Check it out, guys. I got knives. I had a buddy come over and he dropped off a whole bunch of knives in this plastic container. And I thought I'd go over them with you. Tell you what I'm going to do. Check it out. Check it out. Okay, so we're going to start off right now. I don't know hardly anything about the history or the existence of existing inventory of case knives. I don't, but I do know that this is a bird and trout fixed blade knife. Look at this little doodad. Isn't that cool? That was in there. New old stock. Boker Kalashnikov dagger automatic knife. I don't know what the hell this is. They're talking about cheap looking. Not even going to open it. Well, yeah. It's a little... It's got... Well, I'm going to open some stuff. What the hell? Yeah, it's just a little multi-tool. Weird looking thing. Almost looks like a key fob. Beep, beep. Here's... I thought was going to be a Kershaw like leak or something, but it's not assisted opening. It's got a thumb stud on one side and it's a Sheffield. Looks like what's probably carbon fiber, faux carbon fiber, I don't know. It's tipped down, liner lock. The little pocket clip goes around the pivot right there. Interesting little knife. Hey, this feels like a TSA haul. And then it had a whole bunch of these little cases, these case knives. Look at that. Look at the patina on that thing. You see right here. So I got white vinegar and I have low odor mineral spirits. I'm going to soak these older knives in the white vinegar overnight. Pull them out, wipe them down, check them out. And then I'm going to soak them in the mineral spirits if they still need a little extra on the finishing. See what they do. We're going to see the before and afters of these. This has a couple blades. Congress or whatever this would be. I don't know. A couple canoe blades in here. These are really old feeling at least. Look at that. It's got like stuff, corrosion on it or something. This is missing the case plate badge. Otherwise, that would be kind of a neat little one. I don't really like these little pocket knives. I'm just not a pen knife, pocket knife guy. I just don't. I get it. You don't want a big clunky knife in your pocket all the time. So that's why these are popular for some people. But my big hands, I would just break. These would just snap. I mean, they would just snap off on anything that I would try to use them for. Then there's this knife. This is something tools and die. Broken tip. I may try to grind that and just do something with it just because. But I'm going to soak it and see how the finish is. The brass caps and stuff like that. The bolsters and see how they come out and see how they look after they've been in vinegar all night. Then there's Swiss gear. And then Rudd. So this was probably some company gave these away. And they're Swiss Army. Victorinox. And then this one was neat. Now this is a Northmark. Now I have some fishing knives. Hold on a second here. That were my grandpa's. And I think, yep. Look. This was my grandpa's. So this knife right here, he probably had this knife. This Northmark. Or this is a Normark. I don't know. Northmark. Fiskars, Finland. Stainless steel. This is Normark. And this is Normark. Same one. Same, yeah. Look, so this has like a badge right here. Just like the crest right there. So this matches my grandpa's fishing knife. Now, my grandpa probably bought this back in the 60s. If not, the 70s for sure. It's hard to tell. 60s or 70s. And then this is a fish fillet S-WT66. This is a Western stainless steel. Look at the handle on that. That's a nice handle. This is a really nice little fillet knife. That was my grandpa's as well. All right, so this is a lockback wood handle. This has a very. Let me go get another knife. Opinel feel. So I got my Opinel number 9 here. Wood handle, kind of, it has that feel, but I won't soak this in vinegar. But this is a Sweden EKA, Sweden US patent on the blade, it says. Pretty good edge on this. I like this knife. This is cool. So I'm going to keep that with my grandpa's knives just because, whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill, there's 2 things here. I'm going to wipe this out, get it a little bit clean, and then I'm going to fill one of these with vinegar, white vinegar, and I'm going to lay the case knives down in there and soak them overnight. How about that? Okay, I'm back. So now, I'm going to, obviously, the Boker knife, the Northmark, this weird little thing, these 2 little things, I'm not going to soak them. I won't soak this. I'm just going to soak these case knives. This is just great value white vinegar that I bought at Walmart. I think that's plenty. Okay, I'm back with the knives that have soaked over the evening, probably for, let's say, 12 hours in white vinegar. Check it out. I'm surprised my camera didn't fall into the vinegar. Okay, so this liquid was clear. Now you can see all the funk that came off of these knives. I'm just going to stick my hands in there. Now, a lot of the brass took on like a copper look. So I'm going to soak these in mineral spirits next, and hopefully that'll really make a difference, because I'm not... Wow. There's some real gunk in these. Look at that. That's crazy. So now these blades, they look like they're turning black. That vinegar really did a trick on this stuff. It's got me really curious what the mineral spirits are going to do. But all this blade material, well, that stuff works good. I would say soak 24 hours just to see. See, now look, this blade didn't have, they didn't turn that color. This isn't a case though, I don't think. Well, maybe it is, I can't see. Now this scale material was not bone on this knife. Last one is this weird looking bone handled one. So I'm gonna lay these down in here. I'll pour this vinegar out later. And I'm gonna lay these down in here best I can so that they get covered up nice with the mineral spirits I'm pouring in next. Brand new when I'm done with them. Now I've got low odor mineral spirits. This stuff's really affordable at, say, Lowe's or Home Depot. And mineral spirits is really good for all kinds of projects. You can use it on wood. You can really use it in all sorts of arenas. Just gonna pour, I had about a half a can left, and that's gonna just cover up all the knives perfectly. I doubt I'll be able to recycle any of these fluids here as far as the mineral spirits goes, so I'll just have to buy a new can. And of course, this is probably, what, $2 for a gallon and a half. Let it rest overnight into the next morning, and I'll finish up the video, and we'll see how or if these knives are even worth keeping. Okay, I want to welcome you back to Tavern Talk, AOK Product Reviews, Ace on Knives, Dick Ritchie, Zipline. I'm right here. Got a lot going on around the ranch, the AOK ranch. All kinds of stuff going on. I'm getting it's a funny thing when you own 5 acres in the country in Indiana. It's amazing how quick your property can get out of control on you. It really is. I mean, it's nuts. Weeds growing like Jurassic Park. I mean, I left a couple saplings in my tree line last year, and now they look like trees, full-on trees, cutting them all down. Check these out. I got my boy Bobo, saw him at the bonfire last night. He and I had to burn some brush because we're going to put all this stuff right here into that, I think it was an old hog feeder. I don't know. It's a big concrete thing that's really, 20 feet long by 6 feet wide. It's an awesome little thing to burn all your brush in. Well, we're going to burn all that in that. Again, you got it. But a lot of stuff going on. Cleaning out my tree lines in between my neighbors and I, making it look really nice. He's out doing that. I'm building a pergola for over top of our deck by the pool. I had a big 15-foot umbrella before. Thing was huge. If I have a picture, I'll put it right there. Thing was huge, 15 foot. Your average umbrella that you have like in your back patio, like a regular medium size, would be 8 foot. It's 15 feet. We've had it for 4 years. I don't even think you can get one anymore. It was awesome. But sick of the umbrella, and I went to Costco and I bought that. Guys, I checked, we got Menards here, and that's like a big Lowe's, a big Home Depot, all wrapped in one. They had a nice one, but I chose not to get it. Lowe's had a decent one, chose not to get it because Costco's, at the end of it, it's got a $400 rebate on it right now. Regular price $2,000. Got it for $1,600, about $1,700 or so after taxes, and it is twice the girth of these other ones. It's 12 by 14. The other ones are 10 by 12. It's gonna be nice, but I'm telling you right now, if you don't know how to put stuff together, or you have trouble with that, working a drill or a screwdriver or a wrench, you're going to want to get help or have somebody do it, pay somebody else to do it, because I am going on day 2, and I think it's going to be 3, maybe 4 days before I even get it done. And you need 2 people to put it together. It's taller, it's got all this, a little bit of weight, it's awkward, so think about that. Now, I've had the knives on marinating back here. I've had the knives marinating in mineral spirits after I gave them about a 12-hour white vinegar bath. Now, I got about 5-6 case knives that have been in mineral spirits. We're going to take them out of the mineral spirits, and we're going to see what they look like now. When I got them out of the white vinegar, they were very, I don't know, the blades all turned like black, carbonish, and I think that's what that is. The carbon blades, the stainless blades didn't. There you go. White vinegar may not have as much of an effect on stainless as it does on carbon steel. And you can tell real quick when you soak it in white vinegar when the blade turns like a blackish carbon look. I don't care. My buddy dropped them off, a bucket of them, and I'm like just seeing if any of them are salvageable. But let's pull them out of mineral spirits. I've had them in mineral spirits for about 36 hours. Probably too long, but let's take a look. Okay, here we are. Let me turn the camera down just a little bit so you can see down into the bucket. I use this as kind of a lid. Not really. Now, I'm getting rust because they were probably in the mineral spirits too long. Now, I'll pull each one out. I got some rags here. Let's pull out this one because this one was... See how the blades turn black? Now, this was starting to corrode because it sat in mineral spirits probably too long and probably wasn't the correct materials. Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, you need to know the materials that you're going to do this process with. You're going to need to know the materials because I believe this knife right here, this was not the proper procedure for this knife. And this is how you learn this stuff, but you do it at the expense of disposable knives. Knives that don't really have any, they don't have any, you know, you're not connected to that knife. So you want to think about using those kind of knives when you do this, when you're not sure what you're doing, to be honest. So this knife, the materials just are not favoring the white vinegar and the mineral spirit bath. So I'm guessing it's a carbon steel blade. I don't know what this material is on the scales. It almost appears to be metal, but it's not. So that's a no-go. Now, I wanted to look at this one because this is that bird and rabbit Skinner case little mini fixed knife. Now, you could tell this process was not bad. Now, this bone, I'm going to tell you right now, do not leave your knives in a mineral spirit bath for 36 hours. Because it just, you could tell it's saturated too much into the bone handles. They almost feel soft. Not soft though, but you could tell it wasn't the best for this knife. But it cleaned up really nice. Not bad. Now this knife was interesting after the vinegar, and so this one has a broken tip. See that? Broken tip. Now, which is fine. I could have just thrown it away because it has a broken tip. I might regrind it just because it's something fun to do. Maybe put it on video. But I still got to see like these wood handles, these brass or bronze caps right here, how they handled being in that bath that long. They held up pretty good. I still don't think that I should have probably done the mineral spirits. I should have probably done the mineral spirits for 12 hours. But still functional. It's not over corroded, but you can tell that this was probably a stainless steel blade. Now let's pull this. Yeah, these case, most of them, 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 6 had carbon steel blades, I believe. And I don't mind them this black. It's almost like a murdered out case knife. And there's still gunk down in there. So I'm going to take this over to my air gun. I'm going to blow the gunk out and see if that helps. Okay, the air gun blowing out worked really well. It's not shiny and new by any means, but if you pulled this out of your pocket in public around somebody that understands knives and gets knives, they'd be like, son, you gave that knife a workout. That's what like an old guy would tell a guy like me if I pulled this knife out of my pocket. He would think I might have stole it out of his pocket. It's that gnarly. but cool. You know, I'm like really satisfied by this process, believe it or not. And it didn't go well. See how there's an upside to everything, folks. There is an upside. Even when you learn that you used a process that you shouldn't have used, but you did it in the right fashion or in the right platform, as far as I took 6 case knives that were really cruddy, that were in a garbage box basically, and I experimented with them with liquids, chemicals, stuff like that, and I found out its effect that it has on certain materials: stainless steel, bone, wood, brass, carbon steel. I learned stuff. This is how chemists and science learned everything. Everything that we learn in the books today was through experimentation.